All right, so here we are back. It's been 30 minutes since I have mixed this dough all together, and we're going to start doing our stretch and folds. This is what we're doing in lieu of kneading. It's going to help develop the gluten in the dough. It's going to give it structure so that as it begins to rise, it kind of traps those air bubbles in there. And when it bakes, it's going to keep expanding. Those air bubbles are going to get bigger, and it'll make sure that they don't pop too bad and kind of blow out the top of the loaf. Keeps it from falling and flattening out and getting really gummy and pasty. So really it's what makes bread bread. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this over here on the counter. It's gonna give you guys a little better view of what I'm doing to the dough. I normally do this in the bowl. I don't add any extra flour, and I use a plastic scraper if you have one. These are super handy for this part of the bake or the build. It's flexible enough that it can like really scrape the edge of the bowl. The other thing, actually what I would really like is if this had a rounded edge. I think that would get in there a little bit better, but it's what I've got, so it's what I'm going to use. Like I said, I normally do that in the bowl. I'll still use it for my stretching and folding out here so you can see what's going on. I'll also do a few by hand, just think you don't have a scraper like this. So I'll put some flour down. Go ahead and scoop my dough out. All right, and then I'm gonna get this turned over just to get a little flour over there. Maybe sprinkle a bit more on. All right. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is just pick up this side here and pull it out just until it feels like it's kind of starting to pull back at you a little too much. You just get a feel for that, and then fold it back over on itself. And then I'm going to take the opposite side here, pull it out, and then fold it all the way over. Turn it, get a little more flour going here. And then I'm just going to kind of keep doing that same motion a couple of times. So stretch it one way, fold it back on itself, stretch it the other way until it just starts to tear a little bit, and fold it back on itself. I guess I really don't use this outside on the counter so much, but in the bowl, it's a handy tool to kind of keep things together in there a little better. All right, just a touch more flour. And then I'm going to do one last stretch and fold here. All right. Yeah. All right. There we go. So that's a stretch and fold. Do it maybe 4 to 6 times. And then I'm just going to stick that back in my bowl, cover that with saran wrap, and set a timer for 30 and come do this again. So like I said, we'll probably do a series of 4 stretch and folds. I guess I'm not going to record a video of those. You guys have seen it once. So just know that I'm going to do this probably 3 more times now for a total of 4 times. And then after that, we will let it ferment a little longer, shape our loaves, and then let it set overnight in the refrigerator. And then we'll get on with our bake in the morning. So there we go. Thanks for joining, guys.